Yo, is failure okay? The fear of failure. Now, I published this newsletter post on the 9th of January, and it discusses the fear of failure, one of the many stems of fear. Fear has many branches, and this is one of the stronger branches, honestly. Fear of failure is an inhibitor to success. It is. If you avoid failure, then you are removing an essential part to growing and learning. Learning from your own failure and the failure of others is one of the ways that many people achieve great success in their lives. So facing your fear of failure can be very liberating because you can see many successes from it. One way this fear can be triggered is by wanting things to be perfect, being infatuated with perfectionism, or align perfectly. So it's perfectionism and anxiety, they play roles in fear of failure. This is known as perfectionism. This is also an inhibitor to success because it focuses more on looking good and not making mistakes rather than being good and learning from your mistakes. And there are many examples like Kobe Bryant, who practiced a lot and took his opportunities even if he wasn't sure if the opportunity would land or not. It's that repetition factor. And perfectionism is what stops that. It tries to completely take that off the board. It says you have to make this one shot. You have to capitalize on this opportunity once and make sure you do it right the first time, which is not the case all of the time. If you accept that mistakes and failures are a part of your journey to your goals and you can use them to propel you closer to your goals, then you can achieve great things because you are adding a valuable tool to your arsenal. If you, let me put it this way, don't fear it, use it. If you decide that I'm just going to fear failure, then it reduces the opportunity of you actually being able to accomplish something because it makes you try less and try to get it in one go. But if you decide I'm going to use failure as a crutch to succeed, then I think you can propel a lot further. Not being afraid of failure, being very open to failing as long as you try your best. Another way fear of failure can be triggered is by comparing yourself to others. If you compare yourself to others, you can fall into the trap of only looking at others' success and not their mistakes and what it took to get them to where they are. And it comes into the statement that comparisons can be false too. And if you can relate to this, leave a like and comment below. Have you made false comparisons in your life that has affected you negatively? And I give the example of looking at unfinished 3D sculpture from the front. You're looking at a sculpture from the front side, but as you walk around the back, you realize that the back isn't finished, but the front is finished. Because you're looking at the front, you think that's the 3D sculpture is complete, but it's unfinished from the back. This is an example to show you that you'll not always know the bigger picture, so you'll come to conclusions that are unfair to yourself and cause you to act irrationally. And most importantly, it will be unfair to you. It can be unfair to other people as well that you compare yourself to them in that manner, but it's most importantly unfair to yourself. You should be very fair to yourself. You should consider your rights and being fair to you. So understand that there are false comparisons too, and don't be unjust to yourself, please. and I'll give another example of social media and seeing. This has been said before, but people post their highlight reels and you'll look at their highlight reels and think that is their life. Like you'll see a video of someone posting a video on a yacht. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, yeah. So you'll see a video of someone posting like a selfie Like he's posting a video on a yacht, and you're thinking, yo, this person's life must be crazy. But that video was 5%. It could be 5% of their life. You never know. And that just plays into the idea of comparisons can be false too. And again, if you can relate to this, comment down below. However, when you do compare yourself to others, it is important to have this rule in mind. Now, this is just an example of a rule to follow that will help you move away from unfair comparisons. Everyone has their own skills, motivations, environment, and circumstances. I aim to assess potential skills as well as weaknesses. To try to look at things from afar and look at both the potential strengths and weaknesses of others rather than being focused only on people's achievements and how far away you are from their how you are far away from their level of success. So I gave the statement, and it's almost the caveat behind comparisons. Having that caveat of I'm going to consider these things beforehand so I can be as fair as I am to myself and as fair as possible to them. And also having the intention beforehand that you're clear with yourself what your intention is behind this comparison, so you reduce unfair comparisons and false comparisons too. Now, failure is okay. It's all right. You know, Kendrick Lamar said, "We gonna be all right." You know, you're gonna be okay. You can fail, and you can use your failures, and you can also use your failures and mistakes as lessons for yourself and others to grow and get closer to your goals and betterment. Don't get too focused on perfectionism or unhealthy comparison to other people or anxiety. Focus on your own journey and take steps, regardless of whether you feel qualified or ready to take them. If you take those steps and make mistakes, at least you have something to work from rather than thinking about all of the possibilities that could have happened and having nothing to work with because you have avoided taking action. And going back to the first point of the paragraph of you can also use your failures and mistakes as lessons for yourself and others to grow and get closer to your goals and betterment. It's not just about you. Know that if you fail at something, that could be a great lesson for someone else, so they don't have to go through that failure. So in that way, realize that not everything is just about you. You could use that failure as a lesson for someone else. If you look at any person that has achieved success, they have tried many times and found ways to improve each time. And whether their failures have been or their attempts have been public or private, it's the repetition factor that helped them achieve success. And that is the end of that post. And so if you like this video, you know, leave a like. Also subscribe. I've been doing this for a few months now, and any sort of feedback will be great. So thank you.